The Dallas Mavericks are headed to the second round of the playoffs. They beat the Los Angeles Clippers in 6, and they do it in convincing fashion. Luka Doncic had 28 points and 13 assists, while Kyrie Irving scored 28 of his 30 points in a second-half surge as the Mavericks advanced to the second round of the playoffs with a 114-101 victory on Friday night, and they will now take on the number 1 seed OKC Thunder in the second round of the 2024 NBA playoffs. The 5th-seeded Mavericks beat the Clippers for the first time in 3 first-round tries over the past 5 seasons. And this is a Mavericks team that is, of course, headlined by their star duo. Doncic and Irving have been absolutely fantastic together. But the Mavs aren't winning with only their offense. They're 7th in offensive rating in these playoffs, but they're doing it with their defense too. They're 6th in defensive rating. In this one, I'm going to be talking about the Dallas Mavericks, and I will tell you why I like this team's chances in the second round. Before we continue, guys, do me a solid, smash that like button and smash that subscribe button down below for more Mavericks and NBA content just like this. So even more impressive than their overall defensive rating is the fact that the Mavericks are first in the entire playoffs in opponent rim accuracy, 50% by a landslide. The Thunder, who the Mavericks are going to take on in the second round, have a rim accuracy of 53.2%. This is per cleaning the glass. But on Friday, the Mavs saw that stellar, lethal defense on full display. They absolutely made it difficult for the Clippers to do anything. I mean, it was such a great defensive effort that we saw in this one, guys. The Clippers were trying so hard on offense, and they weren't getting any clean looks, as the Clippers finished 41.5% from the field and 25.8% from 3. Obviously, this is a Clippers team that loves to hit the 3 ball, but the Mavs shut that down, as the Mavericks, they saw the fruits of the 2 trades they made at the NBA trade deadline really come on here in full display, as PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford, the duo, combined to score 27 points, grabbed 11 rebounds, and shot at 9 of 17 from the field. And this is what Jason Kidd said. They're very important when you look at the culture of our team. Our defense changed when they got here. They're not going to complain. You don't have to run a play for them. They want to do whatever it takes for the team to win. We've said this since they've gotten here over and over. We've been so consistent that they've changed the culture, and just understanding that our defense came when they arrived. We needed that in this series, and we're going to need that going forward. Those two are very important to what we're trying to do. And I mean, it's just been great to see how much better the Mavericks have been, especially on the defensive side of the ball. You also got to credit Luka Doncic, who's committed defensively, Kyrie Irving. It's like this Mavs team collectively has bought in defensively, and that is why they have been playing stellar basketball, because we know how explosive the offense is. That was never going to be an issue with this team, but it was going to come down to their defensive intensity, to their defensive effort. And right now the Mavs have been playing scary defense, as the Mavs, they're zeroed in on shutting the door down on the Clippers' 3-point attack, and that strategy worked to perfection and really was the story of the series. In game 1, the Clippers were 18 of 36 from 3-point range. They won the game. In game 2, the Clippers were 8 of 30 from 3-point range, and the Mavericks won that game. Then you go to game 3, the Mavericks also won when they held the Clippers to 10 of 29 shooting from beyond the 3-point line. But then the Clippers, they regrouped to tie the series when they had an amazing 3-point game. In game 4, they were 18 of 29 from beyond the arc. But then the Mavs won game 5 when, again, they harassed the Clippers. The Clippers shot at just 9 of 35 from downtown. And then in game 6, the Clippers were just 8 of 31 from beyond the arc. Paul George was just 2 of 10 from 3 in game 6. And James Harden missed all 6 of his 3-point attempts. So really that was the story in this series, that the Mavs guarded that 3-point line well, and when they were able to contain the Clippers' 3-point attack, they went on to win that game. So it's going to be interesting to see if the Mavs can continue to pressure that 3-point line, and they're going to need to as they take on the OKC Thunder in the next round. But beyond that, beyond this defense that has really stepped up to the plate here and is making the Mavericks look like a legitimate threat right now in the Western Conference, and a reason why many people like their chances against the Thunder. We'll get to that in just a little bit here. I also want to mention this. Kyrie Irving has been the difference maker for this Mavericks team. Trading for Kyrie Irving last season was a big gamble by the Dallas Mavericks. A lot of people were skeptical when it happened. They went 38-44 a season ago. They didn't have enough time to gel with each other. The Mavericks missed the playoffs, and everybody hit the panic button. They're like, I told you this experiment was not going to work. But here we are, season later, Doncic, Irving, with a capable team around them. They post a 50-32 record, the number 5 seed in the West, and this is a team that looks poised to make an NBA Finals run, and they look good enough to go out there and win the championship. I mean, Kyrie Irving, we saw what he brings to this team, that valuable playoff experience, and with the victory against the Clippers, Irving remains a perfect 13-0 in series closeout games in his career. We are not talking about this enough. Kyrie Irving not only brings valuable playoff experience, he brings valuable playoff results. I mean, this guy is a closer. This guy is an ultimate playoff performer. There's a reason why those Cavaliers teams had success in the playoffs, why LeBron was finally able to get over the top and win a championship with the Cavs in 2016. People forget, Kyrie Irving was the perfect co-star. He was the perfect guy alongside LeBron. Well, now Luka's got the perfect guy alongside him, and it's Kyrie Irving once again showing just how lethal, just how great of a player he is. 30 points, 11 and 19 shooting. How about that 4-point play? Unbelievable stuff. He was 5 and 9 on 3-pointers. Kyrie Irving, he has been the difference maker. We know Luka Doncic is going to put up his stats. We know Luka is going to get it going. But Kyrie Irving is going to be that difference between the Mavericks going home or competing for a championship. And right now we are seeing it all come together. Luka, Kyrie, perfect duo. Kyrie's elevated his game. He's the oldest star left in these 2024 playoffs, by the way. It ain't officially a new era. I know a lot of the big names are out, but Kyrie, oldest star still left. And that is going to give him the advantage against the rest of this playing field because Kyrie has been there before. He knows how to get it done in big moments consistently and often. He's shown why he is still a very capable player, and he is a superstar because I don't care what people say, you are a superstar if you can perform your best in the playoffs. So Kyrie playing exceptionally well. Luka, this Mavs supporting cast, the defense shutting down. I mean, this is just really good to see if you're a Mavs fan. The Mavericks have all of the pieces. They got the formula here for a team that looks poised to make a long playoff run. And I touched on it earlier. I'll close with this. The Mavericks, I got them winning the series. I think they're going to beat OKC. It's going to be a very tough matchup for OKC. I got the Mavericks winning in 5 or 6. I'll give OKC the benefit of the doubt. I'll say 6. But the Mavericks will win this series, guys. I think this Dallas Mavericks team is playing exceptional basketball. They are scary when they are operating on both ends of the floor, and we saw that in Friday night's win against the Clippers. So the Mavericks look strong. They look great. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Hit a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. That is it for me. It's Luke signing off. Until next time, stay safe.